Hello, longboarding mom. Today I am making another sweet treat. This one is going to be lemony tart, but sweet with a little cookie crumble. I'm making lemon bars. My grandma used to make lemon bars all the time. And as she got older, it wasn't, I guess, something easy to make for her. So she stopped making it, and she started making banana pudding a lot, which is another sweet treat that reminds me of picnics and fun and my grandma and stuff. And so one year I tried making lemon bars for my birthday. I'm pretty much the only one that really likes lemon stuff, and like lemonade and lemon treats, lemon curd and stuff like that. So I was like, it's my birthday. I'm going to have lemon bars. And I think I tried to make that recipe twice and it didn't turn out. And I'm thinking now, this was many years ago, like 5 or 6, maybe longer, even 8 years. I don't know. I'm thinking now I was just not patient enough to make them, because I want to bake something and then eat it. Like cookies, when you take them out of the oven, they're so good hot. Well, you can't eat a lemon bar fresh out of the oven. It does not work well at all. They don't taste good, for one, because who wants hot lemons? And I take that back. Lemon chicken is really good. That's hot. But lemon curd and lemon like desserts and stuff aren't good hot, and they don't set very well unless you let them rest in the refrigerator and cool. And it's like pudding, you gotta let it sit. So I'm going to try to make lemon bars again, because my boss brought me some lemons from California. I love fresh fruit off the trees and stuff. I used to go to California during Christmas with my exes at the time, my boyfriend, and my daughter and stuff, for Christmas with the family down there. And I would pick grapefruits off the tree and have fresh grapefruits, and they had lemons and oranges and stuff, because November through May is picking season. This is not from California. I'm not sure where this lemon is from. I had to buy some more from the store because these lemons are kind of small. I brought home 4 lemons. I didn't want to take all his lemons. So I brought home 4 lemons, and then I went and bought like 3 lemons. I need 1 cup of juice. So I'm going to squeeze these lemons, make 1 cup of juice. I got my eggs resting. They are need to be at room temperature, and the butter doesn't need to be room temperature. We're going to melt that in the microwave and stuff. Today I have lots to do. I tried sealing my Christmas stuff a while back and realized that I forgot a pair of pants, and this one didn't vacuum seal correctly, so I'm going to cut this one open, shove these back in here, and vacuum seal them. So get rid of all my Christmas stuff and finally get that put away. Well, I know it's into February already. This month has gone by so fast, and it's almost my anniversary. 20 years. Can you believe that? It's been a lot of work, but a lot of fun too. My mother-in-law said, marriage takes work. Divorce is easy. Divorce isn't really easy, but it is. Marriage is work. It's work every day, every week, every year. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. And you will not know the good times without the bad times. So, be blessed and think about the bad times as well as the good times, because like I said, you wouldn't know what they were if you didn't have any bad times. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's get started on these lemon bars. It is going to be a process, not a long process, but making the cookie dough, making the lemon curd. I guess it's like a lemon curd to go inside of the the lemon bars. I need to eat something, I think. My brain is going. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. First things first, you want to make sure all of your lemons have been washed. I'm going to scrub them. And before we start anything with this recipe, we need 1 cup of lemon juice. We also need zest of the lemon, and I need 3 tablespoons of that. So to zest a lemon, you've got a tool. I got this from the Dollar Tree. I believe it was from the Dollar Tree. And what you're going to do is you're just going to go like this and get all this little zesty part. You don't want to get any of the white stuff. And there's a couple little brown spots on this lemon. I'm using these lemons just in time. So I've rolled all the lemons like this to get them squishy and to break them up and get that juice out. I've got my handheld juicer there, so I'm just going to get as much as I can off of the fresh lemons. I'm not going to use the lemons I bought from the store. I'm going to try not to, because those probably have pesticides and just aren't as good as the lemons that my boss brought back for me. Well, he didn't bring these back for me. He brought them back for himself, and we use them at work and stuff. Yum, 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 yum. And I asked him when I was getting lemons, I was like, ooh, can I have some lemons? And he said, of course. So I asked my boss wife. It's funny that I love working for these guys. They're like family. I asked her if she liked lemon bars, and she did not know what I was talking about, really. And I said, well, they're like the lemon curd that you make, kind of like the lemon curd. I go, but it's in that lemon bar form. It's like a cookie. I said, ooh, I think. And so she's not a very sweet person, so I'll find out whether or not she likes them. Because if she likes them, she'll talk about it and tell me how good they are. If she doesn't care too much for something I make, she will, she usually doesn't say much about it. It's kind of funny. I know my bosses. I made a tres leche cake one time. That's her favorite. And the first time I made it, she loved it. The second time I made it, I could not find the recipe I used. I thought I saved it on Pinterest. And I didn't, so I found a different recipe, I guess, and that recipe wasn't as good as my first recipe. And tres leche is something, it takes a little bit of time to make. Okay, one more of these, I think. It takes a little bit of time to make, and so, and a lot of different kinds of milks and stuff, and so if I don't find the right recipe, I don't want to make it again. But I like that cake too. It's one of my favorite cakes I get at the Depot, Waterfront Depot restaurant. Okay. I think, 3 tablespoons. That's probably 2 tablespoons. What we're going to do with this anyway is add it to the sugar, and we're going to pulse it in that, so it's going to make a orange sugar, citrusy sugar that we're going to add. So I am going to do a couple more, because I think this will only fit like 1 cup of sugar at a time. So we'll do 1 cup of sugar at a time. Whoops. It's not even plugged in. We're not ready for it yet. I'm just getting rid of it. Okay, we'll be back here in a little bit. We'll juice some lemons. Get all my ingredients out. And start putting it all together. let's see, that might almost be enough there. I got 1 cup and I have enough lemons left to make lemonade later. I ran out of lemonade, so now I can make some. And I've got all of these. I'm pretty sure I can turn into lemonade too. My sister makes stuff all the time out of this stuff, so I'm going to save this and call my sister and ask her what I can do with this leftover stuff here. Probably make and jar some lemonade. I was looking at my recipe and I've got all my lemons done, my zest done, and I started measuring out the sugar, and I need 3 cups of sugar. So that little one that I bought a long time ago will not work. So I had to bring out the big one. Look at this. That's only 2 cups of sugar. And bringing out the big one meant I had to dig for this. My husband had it behind everything. It was so funny. So I've got 3 tablespoons of zest. Dump that in there. I have never used this before. It's brand new. So I don't know. I think it goes on. See it? Like I said, I've never used this before, so I don't know. No. Uh-oh. Okay, so it goes on like this. Okay, so that's locked on. This is locked on. And I don't know what that was. We're going to pulse this a couple of times and incorporate that lemon zest into it. Yes, I did. I don't know what happened to my recipe keeps going to Google TV. So it says, and I should have done this while the crust was baking, but I wanted to have all this done. Where is it? Pulse until the zest is fully incorporated and sugar is a light yellow color. If you don't have a food processor, you can mix it in a bag really good. We'll keep pulsing it. Make sure it has a good yellow color. It looks pretty. It looks like it's turned yellow. So we are going to get started on the crust after I clean up this little bit of mess. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. I've got most of my ingredients already pre-measured. For the cookie dough part, we're gonna use the paddle attachment. If you don't have the paddle attachment, you can crumble it by hand, you know, mix it all together and crumble it by hand. So I've got a 9x13 baking dish with parchment paper in it, and I'll show you that in a second. We are going to, I have 2.5 cups of flour right here. Total, we need 3 cups of flour. So I've sifted it all because you know me and my flour, it's been compressed, so it needs to be sifted. So I'm going to dump in the 2.5 cups I've got measured here, and I'm not using the top of the mixer because I make a big mess with that. See, I make a big mess the other way as well, but I'm going to set that back here. So 2.5 cups, we need a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It's funny I couldn't find my salt because I put my tablet on top of it. I was really funny. Okay, half a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna add that in there. I'm gonna put my salt back down and put my tablet back on top of it so it's up closer. We need 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. So we're going to add the 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. My hole is not that big, so it's not wanting to come out. There's one. You can see the little chunks in there. I could probably sift this too, but it's not, the chunks aren't that hard, so we're good, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we're gonna do 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. And we're gonna pour the melted butter in. And I am going to add a dash of vanilla. So I'm gonna go grab that. Probably a half, it says a dash. I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna add the butter, mix it all around. Okay, let's close this down. I'm gonna add the butter into the top. This is going to be our crumbly mixture, cookie mixture. We're just going to mix this around until it's fully combined. Scrape the sides really fast. It's a crumbly. See how it's crumbly? It's supposed to be crumbly like this because we are going to actually pour it into here and then press it down. I think that's good actually. I'm going to that is mixed up pretty good. So we are going to, so you really didn't need the stand mixer at all. Oh, let me get that bottom just a little bit better. My hands are clean. I like playing with my food. It's fun. We are gonna bake this in the oven, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes until it's light golden color. So you push this down, make sure it's even. Press this all together. You could probably take if your hands hurt or something, you can't press it in, take a small cup and roll it around and stuff on top of it. That'll help press it down. You don't want it crumbly because then it will fall apart when you're trying to eat it. We don't want that. And I can tell there's thicker in the middle, so I'm trying to press it out so that it's even all over. Okay, almost done. We're gonna put this in the oven for 20 minutes. And then we'll pull this out and get started on making the lemon part. My lemon bars are coming along quite nicely. I am just sifting out the lemon zest because you don't want the little chunks in your, be very careful with the blade. You don't want the little chunks in your lemon bars. I'm sure it's okay, but so like I said, if you don't have a food processor to make the lemon sugar, you can chop the lemon zest finer and then put it in a Ziploc bag and just shake it up really, really well for a little bit while you're watching TV or whatever. Then you've got some good zesty sugar. Oh. I need that. Yes, it's made it a little wet, so it doesn't want to go through anymore. There we go. 5 more minutes. And in the process of baking my shortbread, I've turned the pan. Well, it's going to have a little bit of chunks in there, isn't it? I just dropped some. I'm making a mess. Messy, messy, messy. Longboarding mom. Okay. So we'll come back here in a little bit when this is all done, sifted, and the shortbread is done. I might leave it in for just a little bit longer. I checked it a second ago and it wasn't quite brown enough for me. I am so funny. I've already messed up. No, I just messed up my baking time because I thought my oven was preheated to 350 degrees. I was wondering why it wasn't browning like I wanted it to. And I look at the temperature and it's only like 320 or something. So I had to turn it up and bake it for just a little bit longer. It is now brown enough. I don't want to burn it too much because we are going to bake it again in the oven. So I sifted my sugar. It looks so pretty. There's still some lemon in there. We're going to add that remaining half a cup of flour that I sifted. I'm going to mix it. And you don't need a stand mixer for this process here. All you need is a whisk. I probably don't even need to do this, but I'm going to mix up the sugar really good with the flour. All of my spatulas were buried. Look at that. There's a little thing there. Make sure it's all together. We are going to add into the sugar and flour mixture. I'm going to let it one more time around on high. We are going to add in all that lemon juice, that 1 cup of lemon juice, and 8 room temperature eggs. And you know me and my eggs, I'm going to do this over here. Got my washcloth. So I'm just going to do them all at once. Since I'm doing 8 eggs, I am not going to accidentally dump in a bad rotten egg in this mixture because sugar and eggs are getting expensive. I saw a post that eggs for the 5 dozen that I buy at Winco are now $25. $25. And I'm not sure. I haven't been to Winco in a while, so I'm going to have to go to Winco next week and do some shopping and find out how much they are. Because my sister even said she went to the store, and it was probably Fred Meyer's, because Safeway's kind of a drive for her. Fred Meyer's was $5 a dozen, so she had to wait for Costco to open so she can get 2 dozen for $6. That's a little more like it. Okay, so we've got all the eggs. Now we just need to mix it in really, really good together. Going to open this up. So normally you would bake your crust, your shortbread, cookies, stuff, and then you would do, it said to do all that lemon stuff, I think, so that it gives it time to cool a little bit. I'm going to make sure all of that's scraped on the bottom. That little center right there is kind of weird. And we're going to mix it up again. And then we're going to pour it into the pan. Move this out of the way. This pan is hot, but the cookie sheet is not, because I stuck it on top of the cookie sheet so that it'll be easier to move into the oven, I'm hoping. That's what it said in the article I'm reading. It's Preppy Kitchen is where I found this recipe from. So he said this is quick and easy. And it probably is if you make it a lot. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Oh. Let me remove this. It looks like the egg needs more mixing in it. Nah. And I know I mix it up pretty good. You guys saw me mix it up pretty good, but it looks like it's separating a little bit, and I don't want it to separate. Okay, I'm going to pour this on. Looks like we got it all mixed. That looks good. Oh, I can't wait. See, I am so impatient. Look, I'm already drooling over this, and it's not even baked in the oven yet. Okay, we're going to get this in the oven 25 minutes, and we're going to, this is where you're supposed to turn it in between time. So I misunderstood, and, you know, the cookie part of it. I'm going to open this up. Oh. Open it up carefully, transport it to the oven. Oh, it's twisting on me. Okay, we will be back in just a little bit to check on this. I'll let you guys see what it looks like halfway. Has been 12 minutes. It says to turn it. Okay, I'm going to set the phone down. I'm going to turn it. and give it another 12 minutes. That wasn't easy to turn. It was stuck on all my oven thermometers below and stuff. So I had to turn it, and it shook it a little bit. And I hope I didn't mess it up. We'll see. Okay, it's been 25 minutes. I'm nervous. I see egg. No, I don't know. I don't know if I mixed it well enough, you guys. See, this is my nemesis. You know how you always have that one thing that you don't know if you can make or ever make? And my husband said, if I can't do it, don't do it. So, okay. It says it could be a little jiggly. When you bring it out, that's okay. I'm going to give it an hour. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a couple more hours. 1 hour out here, 2 hours in the refrigerator or longer. Take it out, cut it with a wet knife, and clean it off in between each one. Sprinkle it with some powdered sugar, and voila, lemon bars. Maybe.
1 hour later.
It has been 1 hour. It's time to go in the refrigerator. It is looking good so far.
2 hours later.
Okay, it's been 2 hours. We are going to carefully try to remove it from the pan. There it goes. It's set. And I know I probably should have greased this, but it didn't say to. So next time I probably will spray some coconut oil or something on that. But it seems to be coming off just fine in spots. Oh my, it looks like it's going to work out just fine. Okay, so I'm going to get a knife and get it wet and cut down a slice of it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to I don't know what the water does. I'm only going to cut off a piece for now. And we will sprinkle on just a little bit. I'm not going to dust the whole thing because I'm going to freeze some of this. And it's set. That's just the water from the knife. And the cookie's done. Bite time, bite time. Yum, 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 yum. Yum. Oh, wow. Even the cookie part turned out, and I thought I messed that up. I mastered lemon bars. Mm. Oh, yum. Mm-mm. Definitely saving this recipe. This one was good. I will post it down below, the recipe I used. I can't remember the name. I said it before, but oh my, these are good. And while these were cooling, I made a half a batch of lemonade. Mm.